Welcome to another episode of Beer Guide Presents. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the people behind the Alberta Craft Beer Guide. And today we're going to talk about a brewery based in Calgary, Last Best Brewing. So there's a cool little history and story behind Last Best. They're actually they're the fourth in a locally owned kind of brew pub chain, but each location and restaurant is different. Which is really cool. I like that. And so basically they start off with Jasper Brew Pub, a little throwback vintage glass. I don't use that branding anymore. And of course Jasper National Park in Alberta, Jasper, Alberta. When you brew the beer there, you actually can't sell it outside of the national park because you're not allowed to extract any resources outside of natural parks, which include water, which is used to brew beer. So if you want to drink Jasper beer, the second chain in the group was Banff. You gotta go there and consume it, unless it's brewed off-site. Then of course you can distribute it. So they did that with some contract beers. Their third location of chains was in Wood Buffalo, and the fourth was Last Best. So Last Best took over the space that was formerly Brew Brothers, which I did not have the fortune of enjoying. And back in the day when it was open, I didn't live in this province at that point, and I wasn't that big into beer. I was getting into it then, but basically Brew Brothers closed February 28th in 2014, and I moved back to Edmonton just a few months after that, so I just missed them. But they were running for almost 20 years. They've been in that physical location on 11th Ave, downtown Calgary, since 2002. So people were sad to see them go, but the exciting thing was Last Best moved in and took over, the brew house and everything, opened Last Best Brewing and Distilling. So they also have gin and laying down some whiskey is the rumor on the streets. And now they started making this Last Best IPA and canning it. Each of the other core brands has, or each of the other brew pubs has a core brand that's contract brewed and distributed across the province. And Last Best finally joined that train, so let's get into it, shall we? Fun fact, see the can lid on there? It's not just a tab. I have a feeling that this entire can is going to open up, which, if you don't have a glass and it kind of simulates, there's your lid. It simulates drinking, basically, if you see that, out of a glass, which is kind of neat. So I've actually never poured one of these before. Whenever I've had a can like this, I've always just drank it out of the can. Mainly my only experience with that is Big Rock, being at the Folk Fest or one of their other music festivals. So let's get into this IPA, shall we? This is a West Coast. I'm pouring a little heavy. Excuse my pour. So West Coast style IPA, 6.5%. It's labeled under that strong beer. They're saying citrus forward, balanced, fragrant, robust. They're using, I believe, Mosaic. Yeah, Mosaic. It should be nice. So let's get into this, shall we? Cheers. Oh yeah. Yeah, very like floral and citrusy right in front. That's nice. That's nice. That's very nice. All the hops are up front, just wakens you up. But there's a really nice finish to it. It's really clean. It's curbed, and it's not too bitter. So usually West Coast is, a little more skating, and this one's, I guess with a can like that, it's designed that you're not just going to drink one of these. You're going to drink a few. And I agree with that sentiment. So that's the Last Best IPA. And you never know. Maybe we'll combine it. There's a cool beer cocktail you can do. You make a Negroni, and then you top it with IPA and grapefruit juice. I don't have any grapefruit juice right now, but maybe that's another episode. We'll put some Last Best gin in the Last Best IPA. Anyway, I'm going to keep drinking this. Thanks for tuning in. A cheers! Clink!